Hey everyone, just wanted to make a quick deck tech before we jump in. I know we're all super excited to see these new cards in action. Um, Tamiyo, Psychic Frog, Sink into Stupor, Invert Polarity, Waterlogged Teachings. Um, yeah, it's going to be a wild time. Consign to Memory, there's a lot of Eldrazi and cast triggers going around. Being able to hit both for 2 mana seems pretty good. And of course, Vexing Bauble, Death to Scam. I have high hopes for Psychic Frog, and I think you're really going to like this footage.
All right. Hand seems pretty good. We're up against Demi Chicken, who usually plays a Demigod of Revenge style deck. And off the top of my head, I can't really remember if it's getting any big upgrades with Modern Horizons 3. These Psychic Frogs are insane, so. We have a Thoughtseize too. Seems pretty good. Invoke Calamity. I mean, I think I'm going to take that. I'm not as concerned about Ponder or Lotus Petal. Let's take the card that is reminiscent of natural disaster. No shuffle. No running out of the pedal. Alright, that'll give us Snap, Thoughtseize next turn. Could be pretty good. And if this deck is pretty light on interaction, Psychic Frog might do some insane things. Sandstone Needle. So if they hit their good card as the last Ponder card, they'll get us like that. Might just discard one of these lands to Psychic Frog, I don't know. 2's very different than 1, obviously. Yeah, we're a bit flooded here. Burning Wish Intuition. I'm going to take the Intuition. It's an easy way for them to get a lot of Demigods of Revenge in the can. And then, they'll be coming for us. Waterlogged Teachings for Lightning Bolt would be so sick. If it meant lethal, of course. There, we got an Ancient Tomb over there. 5 mana. But not 4 red if they want to invoke Calamity. Even with Lotus Petal, it wouldn't get there quite. But yeah, we're coming up on the danger zone. Okay, Force of Will makes me feel a lot better. See what I get off the frog. Lightning bolt. Okay. Play sewers. Yeah, I'll keep that. Play another frog. And we'll see if Force of Will can keep us alive here. Petal. Another Ancient Tomb. Burning Wish. I'm trying to think of what Burning Wish target would be to counterspell. And I think even something like Empty the Warrens would be fine. Even though I'm almost certain this deck doesn't do things like that. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. Should have thought about this one. Alright, Brainstorm. Orcish Bowmasters. Might be a good follow-up. Okay. Guess we'll try and swing for lethal next turn with a big frog. Or if something goes wrong with Ancient Tomb, I guess I can Lightning Bolt plus Bowmasters. Okay, Bowmasters is in. Yeah, if they swing for a big turn here and tap those Ancient Tombs, we can bolt. I'm not sure if they'll read me for that. No shuffle. Burning Wish. Wonder if they have a way to destroy my blocker. Grape shot. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see if they put all the copies onto Psychic Frog here. Yep, you got it. Russ. We were close. Should have countered that Burning Wish, obviously. That was a huge mistake. Get the blasts here. Thoughtseize seems pretty good against this deck too. Opposition Agent against the Intuition deck, also good. Go down on Lightning Bolts. Might be able to just cut all of them right now. There, I'll go like that. Yeah. All right. Now this deck looks quite different than what I remembered. Pretty far away is off. Let's start taking those Force of Wills. It seemed like this deck needed a lot of mana. But they don't shuffle. Probably use that to surveil. Yeah, I hope I hit a blue card. No luck. This might draw out their force. Well, this definitely will. Gotta keep your eyes on the prize here, you know. Narset is much more impactful to resolve than an Orcish Bow or like a 4/4, I think. Especially when they're missing on land drop. But yeah, I could really use a land or blue card here because I need this Narset to resolve. Perfect. All right. Nice. Yeah, I guess this is good. It's a lot of tap lands, but Thoughtseize against a mulligan is just so good. And then Snap Thoughtseize. We just need the top of our deck to rock, which we get a Surveil. We just have so many good draws from here. Probably keep that. Ponder's good. No shuffle. Psychic Frog. Cycling Lorien revealed. Sure. Should be a mostly good sign. Another Pyroblast. Alright, well. Could use a land here, that's for sure. No luck. That Flusterstorm's not bad, though. Huh. Well, that's interesting. What do I even take? Not Mind's Desire. It's the most expensive. I think Intuition. No, I'll play an Inundated Archive. Holding fast over there. Interesting. Another Psychic Frog. Jeez. What a weird hand. What a weird series of draws. All three of my red blasts, but no land. Perhaps things are a bit off right now. And I need to get a different Surveil land if I'm going to run Inundated Archive. Okay, this time I can let Burning Wish resolve. They're also 1 mana short of Elemental Eruption. Maybe they'll get something like Seething Song? I don't know. Cast this Mind's Desire. Which will net them 1 copy after Flusterstorm, so that's pretty scary. Oh wait, Seething Song is an instant, isn't it? Can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, they're gonna cast this somehow.
Should probably counter that, right? Ooh, a land. I just feel like I'm never going to be able to pay this out, though. But I might. But I'm also just about to draw 2 more cards. It might be bad cards. I'm going to play the control game. Fueled by Frog. Thoughtseize is nice. As is Brainstorm. Yeah, I mean... Just going to take the card they can pretty easily cast. Another Psychic Frog. I think we'll be good on that. I'm going to put these 2 back. Brainstorm's good. Although I could have Pyroblasted it. I just want to extend a little more. I want them to tap Ancient Tomb and tap Sandstone Needle, all that stuff. Need the extension. Here's an Eruption. I think I'll counter 1. And these frogs should be able to beat 4/4s pretty easily. I have so many cards in hand. Additionally, I could team up a K-Command and a Lightning Bolt to take it out, but I don't want to go shields down against a possible Mind's Desire. So we won't do that yet. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I do want 5 mana. But beyond that, I think I can just start discarding to these frogs. Yeah, we'll start that now. Jace is pretty darn good, isn't it? I mean, if they draw Ritual Land, yeah, it's just too risky. I'm afraid it might just be more things to discard to the frog. Wait, where'd that come from? Oh, they brainstormed. I'm so stupid. So it turns out Jace would have been absolutely insane. So now they probably have a Mind's Desire in hand or something. Yeah, I mean, any deck without a removal spell, Frog is going to be pretty good, I think, if you survive. And yeah, I just totally spewed in game 1. Should have countered that Burning Wish. Welcome back from match 2. Don't see a lot wrong with this hand. It is kind of whack to not play with Baleful Strix. This card just beats Bowmasters, though. Yep. So then that happened. Load them up. Really good against red decks, it turns out. Oh god. Yep. Pretty good. Bowmasters. Not likely to be too great. I feel pretty unready for this matchup. I don't even have any Wasteland. Reality Smasher. Remember this one? I do have Edict. I also might be able to outsize this thing. More Bowmasters. It's not wards, so I can start pinging it with Bowmasters. But I must draw cards. Chase. That's pretty good too. I mean, I could bounce Reality Smasher. Time walk them, essentially. Then they'll have to decide if they want to go after Jace again. It's not that bad. Thought not Seer. Taking my Kolaghan's command. And they had a Spirit Guide so they can get the Smasher back too. Jesus. Hmm. I'll attack. I will get my card. Waterlogged Teachings. Well, let's see here. I can get a lot of cool stuff. I'm just gonna chill for now. Another Smasher. Hmm. How am I gonna do this? It's a lot of damage. I guess all teachings for an edict. Oh, come on. Endless one. Alright, I should do it. Alright, Eldrazi aggro. Probably don't need Vexing Bauble. Fatal Push is interesting. It hits a lot of their stuff with Revolt. Or not. There's Endless one. Can assign to memory, though. As long as they don't have that dang Cavernous Souls. Narset, no. This would be a good matchup for Baleful Strix. I think Orcish Bowmasters is a little outclassed as a creature, and its triggered ability is not very relevant either. I guess I'll take one Meltdown. Yep. Edict is nice there. Keeping 7 over there is rough, though. Eldrazi Mimic. And that would have been a reason to keep Bowmasters. Ah, they just got it. They just got it this time. Pretty obvious Edict, I think. Interesting. This frog's gonna be bigger than all your creatures. Hopefully. Waterlogged Teachings. I'm in for racing. Yeah. I think it's just something I'm going to discard to the frog. Bolt face. As long as they can't put lethal on board right now. So even if they add another smasher, I can block the Thought-Knot Seer. I'd have to dodge a creature with flying as well. Chalice on one. Lightning Bolt. Matter Shaper. Doesn't matter very much, does it? I guess I should see if this works. Alright, they appear to be F6'd. I will have to reveal my Tamiyo. Got him. Yeah, I guess with just a little help, this frog can really outclass some Eldrazi. Bowmasters was essential there to keep me alive. Invert polarity. So if I win the flip, I could even beat Cavern of Souls. If I lose the flip, it does not beat Cavern of Souls. Interesting. I'm going to cut Sorin. Sorin, if honestly, in the few matches I've played so far, it feels like it's been power crept out. Which really sucks, but I guess it's the way things go. Yep. You saw what happened last game. Mutavault go. Probably not what they wanted. Ugh. Maddening. Kozilek's command. I mean, what else am I going to force, you know? Stop them at every turn. It's a lot of force of wills, dog. Alright, here's Psychic Frog. We'll beat all your Eldrazi in combat. And they don't have that much mana either. Eldrazi Landbreaker. No attack, obviously. They've learned that the hard way. Bloodstained Mire. Yeah, just the threatening aspect of the frog is so funny. We're gonna attack. Yeah, they just can't block. They just can't block. I'm drawing cards. I'm drawing more frogs. How could an aggro deck possibly ever win without interaction? And aggro decks don't really want interaction. Wasteland. Thought-Knot Seer. Honestly, why don't I just dump into these frogs? That seems like better than losing a card to Thought-Knot Seer, and then if I ever get to remove it. I mean, I could brainstorm first, I guess. Hold on, though. It's gonna get +2/+0. Fatal Push. Okay, we'll go like this. Or do we want a third frog? I don't think we'll have the cards to really pay it out anymore. Well, that's not true, actually, because I can give them flying. Yeah, I'm clearly not versed in frog enough. I'm not seeing the lines yet, because I'm sure there's a way I can just, like, race and go crazy. Because they don't really have an attack this turn. But if they add more Eldrazi to the board, well, then I'll have a frog that can block. Okay. I wish this was a fetch land, kind of. Yeah. Okay, they're gonna attack. I could trade with this Thought-Knot Seer. Hmm. Nah, I don't think I will. Yeah. Another line breaker. These things do have trample. Important to note. Alright, that's not bad. Appreciate the revolt. Bowmasters. Are they going to activate Mutavault? Yes. It's a lot of damage. So, that's 8. No, it's 14. So yeah, I do need to survive at 1 by putting cards into this frog. Bowmasters. Yeah, I probably just need a blocker, huh? Just keep drawing those cards, you know? Tamiyo. It's a lot of toughness. But I think going wide is likely going to be more effective. I already have a 5/6 creature out. And we'll really want to dodge Kozilek's command, right? Yeah. If they don't attack, we can just shoot for lethal next turn. There's a Thought-Knot Seer. That might be bad. Play Bowmasters. Ping there. Discard Tamiyo. Not sure about this attack. Am I missing something? Doesn't seem like it. I think they're just dead on the backswing. Yeah. So I guess it turns out that if you don't really need your cards in hand, you just need the biggest creature on board. Psychic Frog can do that too. Here we go, match number 3. Undefeated in matches. And at this point, you really start to wonder what you're going to face next. But I like this hand. Being on the draw. Got a Force of Will. Got an Edict for the Frog Mirror. Having an extra card on the draw also might make discarding the Psychic Frog not so bad. It's kind of solid flood insurance too, I'm realizing. Even though the flood will usually hit when you're just trying to like draw anything. But Psychic Frog will hopefully keep the cards flowing. These fetch lands can also grant some evasion. It all seems pretty good. Windstep Heath over there. What can we expect? A Bayou? And a Reclaimer, perhaps? Or is it... Oh, it's Green Sun's Zenith. Okay. For Dryad Arbor. Lightning Bolt. Still living. Narset. Alright. These last 2 leagues have confronted me with some very scary questions. Like, if Lightning Bolt gets power crept out, do I need to force that? 1 second here. Yeah, if Lightning Bolt gets power crept out of the format, what reasons do we really have to be Grixis? And that is a very frightening thing to think about. Sure. I'm guessing just more Dryad Arbor. So I wish I could cast Psychic Frog. However, I need to cast Lightning Bolt. No real choice there. And they could be a Wasteland deck. So this is our play. It's too easy for them to make that into a 3-4 next turn. Edict not looking great. Light of the Reliquary. I think that is a Force of Will. New card, force it. Comes down as a 3-3. Not impossible to get even larger. Edict not looking so hot right now. We'll play our Psychic Frog and hopefully fly over the opposition, get some cards. They haven't made a land drop in a minute, so they just have like tons of good stuff in hand. This could get strange. Collector Roof, that's fine. Should I offer a trade? Should I just attack? Brainstorm. Start there. Another Lightning Bolt's not bad. But I think I'd rather have Force of Will. I could... Well, if I Edict, they'll probably just sacrifice their tapped Dryad Arbor, right? I could do it all. I could give this flying, pick up my land drop. Yeah. Flying a frog, floating free. There was a series of YouTube videos that were misheard lyrics by the band Nightwish, and one that my little brother and I always latched onto was a frog floating free, and that is really evocative of Psychic Frog to me right now. So I could cast a Ponder. If I miss on blue card, that would not be great, so yeah, let's hold back for right now. The lack of land drops is certainly interesting over there. Okay, that's probably what they drew for turn. Cast Lightning Bolt. No argument. Endurance. Sure. Evoked. And they're targeting me. Okay. Now what? Natural order. As if. Force of Will. Okay. We're gonna get another card off Frog, it turns out. Thoughtseize. It's not a land in their hand, I'll tell you that. It's another natural order. I'll be taking that. Bolt. Very good. Sure. They're going to want to block with that. It's a bit of a time lock situation, so I think I will just attack. I'm not going to give it flying. Okay. Bump it up. 2 is a lot more than 1. Might just throw that in there too. But yeah, my Edict being rather weak now is a little scary. Urza's Saga. Okay. And they want to attack. That's fine. I don't think this matchup ends badly for us. Lightning Bolt. So if I Bolt Face, hit for 3, that puts him at 8. Yeah, Bolt Face, discard Badlands. I can't think of a card that would make me want to not hit for 3 right now. We're also just bigger than the constructs until further notice. Let's see what I draw here. Invert Polarity. This could be my chance to actually cast this card, even though they probably want to put their mana into constructs for the next couple turns, but if they cast like a 1-drop or something, I would not mind taking it. Tails never fails. I lost the flip. Well, at least it got countered, but would have been nice to have a white of the Reliquary. Now they can't make a construct. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just going to bolt that thing. Am I? I don't know, actually. See what the draw step delivers. Another frog. That's pretty good. So if I hit for 4 right now... No, it's not better than having another frog. Force of will, huh? Yeah, I'll hold that up. I was really hoping to win my first coin flip on invert polarity. That would have been pretty sweet. I don't know how much longer this one's going to stick around. I generally don't like coin flip cards. Yeah, they're not going to make a construct, it turns out. Lava Spur Boots. Endurance. I think I just handle the board here, right? Unless they attack. Yeah, it's okay. Do they attack? That can't be right. Okay. Well, we have lethal now, so that's pretty sweet. Maybe Lightning Bolt still is good. This card's solving a lot of problems for us. Opposition Agent, Fatal Push. Tamiyo seems like it might be alright as a card advantage engine. And then also the +2 on the backside could be pretty relevant if they're coming at us with like Hierarchs and other 1-power creatures, which they admittedly don't have that many. I wish I had more Grave Hate. Yeah, I moved off Nile Spellbomb, but now it's not seeming like I should have so much. They're on Saga, so Meltdown is not bad. Narset, not very applicable here. Yeah, Force of Will seems pretty good alongside Psychic Frog. I guess it might be hard to defend a Planeswalker like Jace, and then I'll also go down to 1 Thoughtseize. Seem good. Gotta keep these. 2 lands. One's coming in tapped, so it's pretty important to play that on turn 1, I think. Although, if I have to bolt something, like if they play a Reclaimer here, I'm just going to bolt it. And then we'll be hoping to like hit a land drop, I think. If not, I'll just cast Brainstorm next turn, which could find me a force. Bowmasters, it's a good card. Bolt Saw, very good. Yeah, we want that land. Well, actually, Edict's not going to do much, is it? We hit the land. I guess I can wait for them to crack the Heath. Crack the Heath. Are they going to do that, though? They are going to crack the Heath. Not going for Arbor anymore. And they surveil into the yard. Nice. Bajuka Bog. Okay, might be hard to get evasive then. They don't have a play after that, so that's pretty nice. I think we start trying to build out some Psychic Frog value then. Although I could Brainstorm first. They might have Orcish Bowmasters. Play that out. In my experience, Frog just beats Bowmasters pretty handily. Well, if they have it, they're not end-stepping. Which might tie up their mana for next turn. Still nothing over there. It's a lot of brainstorms. Send in the frog. There's endurance. Cast brainstorm. Okay. So I probably want to make a land drop this turn, right? I mean, it's not really that essential, and these brainstorms are pretty bad now. So if they really want to block the frog, I'm like pretty cool with dumping Sorin and brainstorms into it. Do I need the land drop, though? Can I just hold up Nimble Obstructionist? Next turn, obviously. Yeah, and then Bowmaster's following up. Can Thoughtseize what's left of their hand. Targeting me, sure. the reach on Endurance makes just going all in on it not great. I mean, the outcome would be the same. All that. Yeah, I think I want to beat this thing. And now I have a 4/5, which is pretty nasty. Take your other Endurance. They're not left with too much. They probably need to top deck pretty well here. However, if they do, we could be in a bind. They have Dryad Arbor. Otherwise, the Cradle in their hand doesn't make mana. Okay, they drew a land. I think we're in good shape here. Attack is good. I'm gonna Brainstorm so I can get that Bowmasters. Kolaghan's Command. It's another good one. Here we go. No effects on that end. A land drop would be nice, but I mean... So something I could do is that if they draw something big, play Gaia's Cradle, crack their fetch land, with that on the stack, I could K-Command. I don't know, I don't think they're going to fall into that. But I guess there's also no reason to do anything right now. I didn't have to clear anything to get my card draw. It's not what I want to stifle. White. It's pretty good. We'll be flying over it. What lands can they get? They can get Urza's Saga, which is pretty good. We have a K command for that. We can also kind of tempo them out if we just stifle the first trigger. It would be nice to back that up with a Force of Will. Swamp. Yeah, I don't think that's better than having a potential lethal attack next turn. And I don't think they'll have Maze of Ith. So yeah, we have two potent 3-drops here. I could draw step K command them, but I don't know. Yeah, it's probably better actually. Let's do that. I just don't think they'll have a land that really beats us here. They can just sacrifice that in response. I'll deal 2 to them. They just have a lot of cards that could beat us at sorcery speed here. Even though, like, something like Natural Order or Green Sun Zenith could probably get stopped. Yeah, there's Green Suns by Nimble Obstructionist. Yeah, like, what could they get here? There could be, like, Maze of Ith is the one that really comes to mind. And then, what, Kessig Wolf Run? I don't even think that could get me dead from 15. And they need red mana from somewhere. But Jukabog's already out, so I should be able to get evasive. And they'd have to do that on my turn, or their turn right now, since, yeah. On my turn, I could just give it flying. Okay, now I can stifle this activation. In combat. This gets flying. And we'll crack for 5. Not sure what they could get. I think it would have to be Maze of Ith, right? But are these decks really running Maze of Ith? Well, we'll never know. Welcome back for match number 4. It's a tough hand here. I'm going to mulligan. This is not much better. I'm not going to 5. Psychic Frog should be able to recoup. We're on the draw. I think I'll bottom Bowmasters here. Which is weird. Devourer of Destiny. So another Eldrazi matchup. And Chalice of the Void. They've got an E-Temp. It that heralds the end. Alright, maybe Bolt isn't so bad, huh? Hmm. Wow. I don't know. It's just a 4/4. I think we'll be able to beat that eventually. Uh-oh. When you cast this spell... What's up with all these cast triggers? Okay, we got Tamiyo now. That's cool. Kolaghan's Command, not feeling great. And I suppose we should put back a frog. Alright. On the back foot a little bit here. We know they have a 7-drop in hand, which probably isn't that hard for them to cast. But Frog can really steal a game out of nowhere if they're relying on Ancient Tomb. Kozilek's Command. Is this what I force? I don't think so. It is a 2-for-1. Yeah, all right. One endless one. Sure. Okay. Play frog and play delta. No! That sucks. Well, we're not in good shape, obviously. Makes me wish I had a Baleful Strix. Okay, let's go ahead and surveil here. Bin that. Force, not great. Let's play Mountain first. Thoughtseize. Also bad. Um, yeah, can't really think of what helps here. We're really behind. Do I need to block this 1/1? I don't think it's better than drawing another card and trying to stabilize. Well, going to 3. Ooh, that's also a 2/2. Let's draw. Brainstorm. Okay. Invert polarity. Don't know how helpful that's going to be. Hopefully incredibly. um, yeah, now I gotta block this endless one. Oh shoot, what am I doing right now? I just flipped this Tamiyo. Um, so yeah, now I need to what, ponder into a blocker? That's insanity. Put those back. That was dumb. New cards, everyone. Jace, if only. Okay, well, somehow we're staying in this. It was tempting. No! Is that lethal? I think with the Force of Will it is, right? Cling to Dust up to 5, Force down to 4, get hit for 3. Yeah, it's right on spot. It would have been nice to invert polarity that. Crushed by Eldrazi. Alright. Consign to memory. Fatal Push. I think that's it. Sorin out. I'm sorry, it just seems like it's power crept out at this point. Probably lose the Cling as well. And yeah, let's hope to pull off something similar to the second match, where we also lost game 1. And at the beginning, I felt just completely unprepared to fight big creatures, but by the end, it felt like Psychic Frog was bigger than any Eldrazi. Yep, seems good. Brazen Bar were traditionally pretty solid against Eldrazi as well, since they're so darn expensive. Kicks things off with something that fills my graveyard, potentially. Yep, don't want one of those. I already have one. Turn 2 Frog on the play. Or if they play Eldrazi Mimic, Bowmasters will be pretty darn good. If they go Chalice on 1, I think we can still beat that. Brainstorm's not completely worthless either. Is it going to be a Mimic? No, it's an Endless one for 2. Okay. Nice. Let's get to going. I have Ugin. I want to dodge Kozilek's command here. Matter Shaper doesn't matter too much. I said that last time. 2 of them, though, it's pretty annoying. Yeah, you wouldn't dare attack. Fatal Push is not bad. Erasing Matter Shaper is such a bummer. What if it's just something you had to do, though? And you need cards to do that. Shoot. A permanent with value 3 or less. That's not likely, but also ramping them when they have an Eye of Ugin's pretty bad. I could play a frog that just like bounces off these Matter Shapers. That's not impossible. Fatal Push. You fly. You strike. Draw me a card. Okay. I wish I had a... Oh wait, no, it can't bounce off these Matter Shapers because they're 3/2s, not... Yeah, so... Yeah, that does not work. Thought not Seer. Alright, well... I think it's time to just, like... throw my hand in the trash then. Because I don't want them getting that value. Might want a land drop, though. I should spread it out a little bit. Another Matter Shaper. This could be rough. I don't want to toss him, though. Things got a little interesting, huh? Ponder. Yes, I will cast that. Lightning Bolt. That might be what we need here. Bolt and Edict. How do I get at that Thought Seer, though? I don't think I can. One frog's got a block. Two cards left over there. Send the turn. Here's the pivotal decision. Bolt face. I think that has to be right. Chalice on 1. It's not bad for us. Endless 1, X equals 4. Okay, they got some big-ass creatures over there. And yeah, here they come now. Okay, they're going to try to overrun us. And I say not today. We shall whittle their board down. Dismember? Yeah, it's not going to beat no frog. It might as like a combat trick after the fact, though. So let's see, if they all come next turn, I'm taking 11. So I think I can get one more hit in here. Invert polarity. Okay, so they could try to dismember that Psychic Frog. And then I think I'd Edict instead. If they try to dismember Psychic Frog as like their way to get lethal, that will end pretty poorly for them, I think. Because then they'll go down to 5, yeah. Curious to see what they do here. This attrition is interesting. I could just take this. And I better have a plan to win with 2 frogs. It's going to be hard to give them both flying. Because I can't fill up my graveyard that easily. Not unless they help me. I think I'll start with Edict. See what they want to do. They'll probably sacrifice Endless One, I think. Another Dismember. Okay. Not horrible for us, I don't think. So I think I just take 3. Make a bid to win. Depending on what I draw, that is. I think this block is correct, actually. Wasteland. Don't mind that. Must have mistracked the hand somewhere. Oh wait, no, I didn't. That's pretty good. Kind of the same turn as last turn, right? And I do want to draw cards, so... See if they put both Dismembers into this. They do. Okay, so now... They need to draw, like, Reality Smasher? What's the risk in not blocking? Is there something that deals 2? I don't think so. I don't want to give them something good off Reality's Matter Reshaper, I mean. Okay, cool. Frog does some pretty crazy stuff to combat steps. Now we're on the draw, which is pretty scary. But I just can't really imagine anything better to do with my sideboard. Is Kozilek's Command draw a card? That doesn't really matter that much. I'm not bringing Narset. Flusterstorm for Kozilek's Command. It's not that insane. Meltdown for Chalice. Chalice is like a little annoying if I want to really make use of Consign to Memory. But yeah, I think this is where we're at here. I think this is the spread. Last time I cited out some Bowmasters. I'll keep this hand. It's got an Edict. Maybe if I win Invert Polarity, I can do some crazy stuff. 2/2 Endless one off Ayavugan, only one of them. Nice. See if they give me a target for that. Got him. That felt pretty good. Okay. Yeah, we probably want to just Edict. Maybe Force if they have something crazy. And then if Invert Polarity, if we win that flip on their next big creature, that could be pretty nasty. Yeah, I think I should probably counter that. What if they follow up with something crazy, though? Like that. Shoot. Well, that's really bad. I guess if they're not attacking, I could draw a Bolt next turn and handle the board. Yeah, it's a little scary, but see what happens here. Force of Will. Shoot. Yeah, we might have gotten got here. Right to combat. Psychic Frog. We're just not beating this Smasher in combat, unfortunately. Even if I discard my whole hand to it. So we gotta go to 1 and try next turn. It's a pretty big endless one. So yeah, this won't work anymore. Just don't have enough cards. Shoot. Alright. We are defeated by a pretty fast Eldrazi draw. I kind of got baited. Although the Fleshraker might have also been tough to beat. Here we go for the final match here. Got a pretty boring hand. Against Goblins Expert Cadron. Although they were on Goblins when Namesticker was around. Maybe they're not anymore, who knows. Another land. Well, Brainstorm can ideally get some of this out of here, or we can just like discard them all to Psychic Frog and have the biggest creature on board. Going tall. Raucous Theater. Okay. Okay, it does seem like they're playing goblins. That card is cool. Now, goblins is a wasteland deck, especially now that they have like utility lands back in there. But if I drew my other basic island, that would be a bummer, so I'm gonna fetch. Ponder maybe someday. Gotta start pushing our advantage here. No play. That's interesting. All right. Matron. I imagine that's going to find a ringleader. Ah, munitions expert. Might have a hard time beating Psychic Frog. We'll see. Lightning Bolt. Nice. Okay, well, I want to fly. This is all good stuff. Go like that. I don't need to fly yet, it turns out. And I can simply Bowmaster a blocker. What do we draw? Force of Will. I don't know if that'll be very useful. They have 2 caverns, so even if they double spell, I can't force. We'll just have to see. Okay. So, what, I need to discard 2 more cards for this to survive? Likely worth it. Yeah, drop the Edict. Tamiyo. It's a good blocker. I don't know why I didn't exile Force of Will. And Tamiyo's +2 actually seems pretty good against goblins. Aether Vial can't counter it. Goblin Lackey might have trouble getting through. Goblin Matron, that's a scary one. There's Muxus. If they have a land in hand, they can cast Muxus next turn. Could be terrible. We can flip Tamiyo, though, so that part's not bad. Should I start bolting right now? I don't know. Tamiyo might just invalidate all of these cards, and then I just point a lightning bolt at a lord. Seems pretty good. Bowmaster's also pretty good. Okay. I've always wanted to fly. Jace. I was hoping for a land. Well, plus. And yeah, I guess we'll just hold our breath and 2 lightning bolts. I'm glad we're finally showcasing some Tamiyo here. Broadside Bombardiers. Okay, that... certainly bolting that. Good lord. Tamiyo blanks the squad. Now we'll shoot for lethal. Tamiyo could even get a bolt back, but yeah. Let's go ahead and get Hydroblast. Consign to Memory doesn't seem that bad because they have some very impactful triggered abilities. Aether Vial is a colorless spell. But the only reason I really like Nimble Obstructions against this deck is that, you know, you also get to draw cards, so it's not completely card negative. Cling to Dust, not the most impactful. Fatal Push, pretty good. Narset, also not very impactful. Sorin, kind of unnecessary. I'm expecting Red Blast, though, so we probably shouldn't tie all our hopes and dreams to the Psychic Frog here. Sure, I'll take a Consign just to see how it plays. And then Opposition Agent to fight the, you know, Goblin Matron. If fetch lands too. It's not completely dead. And seems good. Skirk. I'm gonna ponder. Yeah. Do I want half a force or land number 5? Take half a force. So, who's been watching Shogun? That's a much better target for Fatal Push. Card has much relevance, you could say. However, I wouldn't mind getting up on board here. Obviously, like, Skirk is not the most attractive target for Bowmaster ETB because it will blank your token generation, but okay, well, if they're going to do this, Can actually just send a ping at that Battlecry Goblin there. Line that up. That's a 2-for-1. And Wasteland confirmed. Boggart Trawler. My graveyard. Card's pretty good. Especially since it can be an untapped land. Pretty busted. Bolt. Okay. Yeah, that Boggart Trawler really messed with me because I was expecting to get that Orcish Bowmasters back. I mean, they're getting pretty low on resources though, so if I can just get them to play a land out and then hit them with a Shock Raven's Crime, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Going right to combat though, so it's not worth taking 3. They kind of want to make land drops anyways because they have Rashadan Port and Wasteland. Alright, please don't Obstinate Baloth me. Pyroblast down, okay. I was right to suspect that one. Okay, I'll hang that out for Wasteland. I'll keep that. It's a flash card. It might eat a Pyroblast. Then Psychic Frog can do some stuff. All the while... Yeah, I think Bolt is more valuable than Fatal Push in this matchup, frankly. Now the fun begins. This card is busted. It's cracked. Nutty. It's butt nutty. No! But nutty. How funny it would be to stifle Rashadan Port activation. Am I more likely to draw a blue source or a black source? Probably blue because I have Sink into Stupor. But if I draw a cantrip, obviously that's kind of rough. Bombardier's down. I like it. Ah, I chose unwisely. Say I need to force, which is unlikely, but say I do. Like if they cast Ringleader right now, do I pitch Obstructionist or Psychic Frog? Obstructionist has so much play in the matchup. But Psychic Frog is Psychic Frog. A lot of y'all are going to hate me for that. Very fortunate that they did not have Cavernous Souls. Thoughtseize right on time. Alright. I mean, we're beating a lot of damage removal like Twin Shot Sniper, but we're not beating Red Blast. But so far, seems to be okay. Not entirely sure what they drew. Yes. Okay. If there's anything they could do, they would just do it in response to Thoughtseize, so we're not going to do that. It must be a Muxus or a land. It's Munitions Expert, sure. Boink. One mana, pay 2 life, make your opponent play the card in their hand. That card would be pretty weird. It also sounds like one of those really bad, like old Magic cards from like Homelands. Like, if your opponent has enough mana to cast a card in their hand, they must do so, etc., etc. No! Well, can't say they're not prepared. However, I continue to beat. Additionally, this is making Goblin Matron quite poor. Even in the aforementioned sets of Magic, I believe the 3 mana would get you at least a 2/2. Okay, we're in trouble now. I chose unwisely. Even though Psychic Frog did draw us a card, like, Nimble Obstructionist might have been a little better here. We still have Lightning Bolt. All is not lost. Nice. That's a good draw. I can't Petty Theft and cast Brazen Borrower on the same turn. Munitions Expert. Does this work? I should probably Bolt. That way they can't just, like, you know, do it again next turn. Those nasty ETBs. Late stage Aether Vial. Okay, I'm going to put a 2-turn clock on board, if I may. Feeling pretty good. I mean, they have draws that really turn this around. They can't cast Muxus with their mana. Bowmasters can shred through certain blockers. Matron is not a good draw. Did they draw a Ringleader? Yeah, of course. What do you get? Ooh, they get Munitions Expert. It could be pretty good, but we could also blow them out. Yeah, no attack. Okay. So if I flash in Bowmasters here and full swing, they're forced to trade with Opposition Agent. Maybe that's not good. But I have a lot of draws that will help us out here. Like another Bowmasters. We did it! I really want to send a GG's. I wanted to discuss this a little more, but yeah, sometimes at the end of a league you can't continue to converse when it's over. Anyways, this is the second 4-1 in a row, so I mean, I think the card's pretty good. I don't think this is the right configuration. We narrowly missed a trophy to like a pretty aggressive Eldrazi draw, and I think if I had just let Fleshraker resolve as a 2/2 that I can easily handle and forced the Reality Smasher, I think we would have had a shot. Well, I mean, I gotta jump back in there. Oh, were they fighting for a trophy? Well, congratulations, Grim. That's pretty sick. Yeah, let's get back at it, huh?